Hello, hi! Welcome to my DIY Valentine's video. I'm so happy I can still make this despite it being a little delayed because I was feeling so under the weather, and instead of doing it in the studio, I'm actually doing it at home. And I bought all these cute stuff for to get in the mood for Valentine. Yeah, so how about I will tell you what we're gonna be making today. 1. We're going to be making Valentine's themed pasties, and they're going to be nice and bedazzled. 2. We're going to bedazzle some gloves in a Valentine's theme, so obviously with hearts. And then number 3, we're going to make some bedazzled earrings today. And yes, these are all pretty burlesque themed, which I'm very into at the moment.
Yes, queen.
As I am doing my group debut this coming Sunday, which is very, very exciting. So if you want to come see my group, the Diamonds, perform, you still can on Sunday. And here is the little Instagram with a little link where you can buy the ticket, and I will also put the ticket link in the description. Shall we start? I am very excited because I mean pink and red are my colors. So I'm not wearing a lot of makeup today because I got a little eye annoyance a few days ago, so it's mostly lipstick and a little heart, and of course my own pin design with a little heart. And if you want to shop anything Valentine's related, you should check out my web shop. It is vdoverbeke.nl/shop, and I will put it right here. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet, it would help me out a bunch because I am making weekly videos and I would love your support. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Alright, first of all, we're going to make some Valentine's themed pasties. You will need a bunch of supplies for this, and I got all of those here. You will need fabric scissors, you will need felt, whatever color you want. I actually have some red felt and some pink felt today. And you need something like a mesh material to make sure your pasties are nice and strong and keep their shape. That is a must. On top of that, I just use a simple glass to get the round shape to start with. It's just an easy hack. Then on top of that, you will need fabric glue. I really like the Tremon cream. This actually was recommended to me by my Burlesque teacher. And obviously you need some kind of pen or a fabric marker to mark on your felt and your other fabric you're using. And then it comes time to bedazzle your lovely, lovely base. And you can use anything, basically. I have a bunch of stuff with me today. I have some heart-shaped rhinestones. I have some of this, and then on top of that I have a bunch of hot fix rhinestones as well, which are like a pink and a red color. So those are all the things you need. Let's get started. I am going to start with my pasty base. So you will need the felt, and I'm just gonna fold it into two so I can get two bases out at the same time. Saves me some time. Make sure to see if you can flatten it a little bit because that's the easiest. Okay, I have my cup again and I'm gonna place it, and then I am going to trace around the cup. Super easy, straight forward. It's a little bit crooked, but we'll fix that later. It's good enough. And on top of that, I am going to also trace on this fabric. I saw this in another tutorial, that this actually helps to stabilize your pasty, because the felt is not very sturdy from itself. Only when you put stuff on it, like glue, it will get harder. That's what she said! But since I wanted to hold its shape straight away, I'm gonna use this fabric. This is actually used for screen printing, it turns out. I did not know that. This folded over a double, and I'm gonna do the same. This fabric is a little bit more slippery, so careful with that. I can see that it's slipping behind. There I go. All right. This is good enough again. Good enough. I got 4 base pieces. They're both crumpled, but they are good enough. So I have 2 of these and 2 of these. And what I need to do now is cut in a slit in both of them and put them into a cone shape. And then what I'm gonna do after I glue those is glue the pieces together to make it more sturdy. This took me some effort, but I made a little template. This is a little heart template, and because I want to make heart-shaped pasties, right? So what I did is I just made a template from paper, and then I made sure it had like the same shape as the pasties. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna put it over the pasties bases that I have. These are the 2 bases, and I'm just gonna trace it and cut it out. Hello, and again I forgot to film my actual bedazzle process, so that's why I'm here right now telling you basically how I did this. So these sequins, they are on rows, and what you do when you sequin your pasties is that you start at the top and you try to make sure you see one of them is better than the other one. But you start at the top and you just intertwine them. Make sure you have the right side of your sequins on the top part, and then you start layering them on top of each other to create these rows that are half overlapping each other. And then because this is a heart shape, what I did in the end was that I just continued this like it was actually a round shape, and then I carefully cut off the excess material that was in this space, and I glued it down extra to make sure that it was sturdy. And in the end I decided to add these rhinestones on the side just for a little bit of extra pizzazz. And I hope that this explains enough for you how I made these. What you can do also to finish it off, and I still need to do this, is to add an extra soft layer of fabric and glue it to the inside of your pastry to make sure that it's soft for when you actually put it on your body. Because this doesn't look appetizing, and it's not the nicest material. All right, I hope that helped. And again, I'm sorry, I tried to tape everything, but alas, the ADHD won again. As soon as I was doing these, I got so stuck into it and I needed all my focus that I completely forgot to film it. All right, bye. All right, the second thing we're gonna make today is the bedazzled gloves. So obviously you need a pair of gloves for this. I have these. They are just very cheap gloves from Amazon and nothing as fancy or special. And they have a little ruche effect at the top. So get yourself a nice pair of gloves that is a Valentine's color. It can be red, it can be any Valentine's inspired color that you like. and then we're going to bedazzle them. And for that we will need again some fabric glue, and again we need a bunch of stuff to bedazzle it with. It can be, you can sew on beads, you can hot fix your rhinestones onto them, you can glue your rhinestones, you can also use some of these on them. These are like little strips. And obviously there's like a multitude of ways. I also have some loose glitter actually, which you can probably also try. But yeah, you can go bananas with that. So let's go ahead and try that. Hi, all right, let's start with the gloves. Now I did a little bit of prep work, which I will show you in a second. But first of all, let's figure out our design for the gloves. So get one of your gloves and get all of your bedazzling stuff, and then start to figure out where you want to place what. I think I would love to go very kitsch and try these heart-shaped rhinestones out, because burlesque is over the top after all, right? So why not? And they are stick-on, but the stick-on is not going to work for this, because I don't think that's going to be a great success. So I'm going to peel off the little sticker part. Oh, it's quite sticky. It's quite sticky actually. And now I just have a little rhinestone. And I have big ones and small ones, which is lovely, because then I can space them out and see how they look together. Let me just get all of the sizes. I can make like a little, oh, this is actually quite cute. Okay, so I have this other thing that I am preparing at the moment. I want to make a little bow on like the hand part of the gloves. So I am actually right now gluing some pieces together. So I will show you how I do that in a second. Let me see. I actually accidentally put it on the glove in quite a nice way. I don't know why I did that, but it looks quite fun. I like this. Just scattering the rhinestones actually works great. I see actually that these gloves, I have worn them to multiple parties. And they have some tiny scratches. So when you do this, maybe get yourself a new pair of gloves. I just have these right now, so I'm gonna work with them. Let's get the other glove so we can match up the design. Oh, it still has the sticker on it. I mean, you can probably glue it with the sticker parts in between, doesn't really matter that much. So the top part I'm leaving empty right now because of the bow. It's hard to exactly mimic the design, so if you want to make it exact, maybe you can make a little template and then just put the template on. But honestly, when you're doing burlesque, they're probably not gonna see your garment up close anyway, so well, I don't really care that much. Aww. Obviously, you can rhinestone the whole shebang. You can make it as crazy as you want. So don't hold back. Go all in. That would be my advice. Okay, I'm gonna glue these on and then I'll be right back. Hi, I just made this bow for the gloves and I'm just gonna show you how you can make your own bow. First of all, you need some ribbon. I have this lovely ribbon that matches my gloves. Then you're gonna get 2 pieces of fabric and glue them together like this, both of them, and 1 piece that is like the half of this. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold these pieces inward like this, symmetrically. I'm trying to do this with one hand, like this, so you create already a little bit of a bow shape. And you're gonna also glue glue this like this and put a little clamp on it. I have these hair clips that I'm using, they are fine. And then after you have done this and glued them, you can actually fold them one more time to create the bow shape if you want. And then when you have two of these, you will glue them together on this part so they both stick together out like here. And then the last step is you glue both of these sides and fold them inwards like this. You glue this together and then you fold it around your two pieces to create the shape of a little bow. And then I just glued this on, but you should probably do this with thread instead. On to the third DIY of today, and that is going to be some earrings. And we're going to make the earrings from scratch. That means that you will need some clay that can be baked in your own oven. This is called female clay, or at least that's how I pronounce it. And you can bake this in your own oven at home. It doesn't have to have a high baking temperature, and it's really moldable and very easy to work with. So I would recommend getting you some of this. They have it in a multitude of colors today. I have a soft female in a shade red, a very bright shade. It's a little bit the same as my lips like. And I have a little bit left that is a really beautiful Barbie pink. So we'll see what we do with that. On top of that, you will need some clay equipment. I would suggest choosing something like a glass or a marble top to work on. Something that won't make the clay stick too much to it. Or you can put like a baking paper in between, that also helps a bunch. And then for handling the clay, we have a bunch of equipment that is very useful. And you can also just go into your kitchen and get some forks and some knives to work the clay. That will work just as well. I have this little scraper that I use. I have some fun equipment because the problem is that the clay is basically plastic. So if you roll it with like a wooden dowel, I don't know if that's a wooden roller, then it will stick to the wood, so that is not advised. That's why I have a plastic one, and you can buy this online. It's very affordable. And then on top of that, I have two of these. They are basically little measurement things. So if you roll out your clay, you can see that they are a certain width. I think they are like 4 millimeters, it says. And you make sure that you cannot roll the clay thinner than these little things, which is nice because the female clay can be rolled really thin, but when it dries it can get quite brittle. So I would advise against making it too thin, because I did make that mistake before and it didn't work out so well. Then on top of that, you can look on Etsy for this. You can 3D print it yourself, or you can just cut it out with anything you want. But I bought this cute little template that is in the shape of a heart, and I think I will be using this today. I just got it on Etsy for like €5 or something. I actually made really cute Barbie earrings with these when the Barbie movie came out last year. I will insert a picture. They were really adorable. So, but this time we're going for the Valentine's look. What I would advise you to get is some kind of gloss or like UV resin. Today I'm not gonna work with UV resin because it is very toxic, and I'm inside, so. But I have this beautiful liquid gel that is oven hardening from Female actually. So it's from the same company that makes the clay. And you can actually mix in some glitter with your gel to make it a glittery finish, which is very nice. Oh, by the way, of course, earrings aren't complete without the basic earring hangers, and you can obviously buy them on Amazon or somewhere, wherever you'd like, and you can pick if you want like a silver or gold. So I have 1/4 of the clay right now, and I'm going to warm it in my hands first, because despite it being soft, it is quite sturdy, so molding it a little bit with the warmth of your hands, it helps a lot to make it roll out better. Oh yeah, I got this plastic map folder that I haven't used yet, and because this is perfect because it's plastic on plastic, so it's easy to peel. I think I need a little bit more because of these things that I have, the 4mm ones. I cannot roll it out further than this, which is good because otherwise I think I would make it too thin, because it's already quite thin actually. This is actually fine. Okay, probably there's people that do this way better than I do. Oh my god, what is with the post today? I'm trying to fail. Now I have enough space to get 2 of these. So I'm just gonna push them gently into my clay, but make sure to press hard on it. Press hard on it, because otherwise it will not go through fully. And what you do when you have it stuck in your clay is you wiggle it. You wiggle it a little bit to make sure that you can remove it after this, and it's easier. So you just wiggle it a little bit and then it should be easy to remove. And then you have to do another one. This is the next stage of the earrings. I put them in the oven and now they look like this. I'll also show the camera. What you could do, which I cannot be bothered to do, but you could do this, sand them lightly, sand the back, but be very careful because they are fragile. Also, what I still need to do is glue them. So I put this little thing in there to hold both of the pieces together, but I need to very carefully remove it from the clay, then put some glue on it and stick it in so it actually holds, because otherwise it's gonna slide up at some point. I'm just gonna squish in a little bit on my little plate that I have. And then, also good to know, by the way, is that the color of your clay will usually become slightly darker when you put it in the oven. So don't be surprised when it does. Well, that's a lot of glitter. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix this with my paintbrush. I'm so curious if this is gonna work. It does feel like it's sticking to the plate a lot. So, slightly worried about that. That was it. They are covered. I am so curious how this is gonna turn out. Also, by the way, in the meantime, make sure you have 2 of these with you. I'll show it here. 2 little hangers for your ears. And you could use some of these. Those are little rings that you can put in between the earrings and your hangers.
Can I say that? Don't have a clue. With every passing moment, I surprise myself. I'm scared of flies, I'm scared of guys. Someone please help, 'cause I